Hello everyone, it's me Pavlo, and today I've got for you an exquisite daily dose of Ukrainian accent. We are talking about newest release by Meze, headphones named Strada, or in translation their name is Street. And I won't take them out of case to gain a bit of additional tension and to postpone this moment of unveiling. It's upper mid segment headphones, fully closed back. Their price is $800 or euros, depending on currency in your place, and it's built with dynamic drivers. But taking into account that it's a Meze, we can really expect outstanding look, build quality, and of course sound. Let's check out this expectation. Package is pretty simple. It's made of recycled cardboard with interesting polygraphy and a bit of information about the name. But who cares about the outside when everything important is inside, and inside you're getting this case. Also, in the retail version, you get a nice colored manual about these headphones. And here is the case. Of course, it looks great. We've seen a similar case in previous Meze flagship headphones, and here it looks as great as usual. But of course, main impression is headphones themselves. So the zipper is pretty tight yet, but be prepared to face them. So they selected proper position of headphones in the case, and you can admire their beauty out of the case instantly. Besides headphones, you'll get pouch with cable. And in the retail version, you get two cables. I've got only 3.5mm one and 6.3mm adapter, but for the retail version, you'll also get a balanced Pentacon connector cable. Meze always did beautiful headphones, but for the Strada, they surpassed themselves, in my opinion. From one hand, you're getting a bit of familiar elements, for example, this yokes and these rods that hold them. But on the other hand, they always experimenting with different materials, textures, and here they've selected for the cups this combination of wood, and you can see that they selected wood with purposely imperfect textures. So you definitely see that it's a real thing, real wood, without any imitation or something like that. Finish is perfect, it's smooth, but at the same time it looks great. But of course, the main element is this green color with shimmer and sparkles, dark green tint. It looks beautiful, it catches your eye, and definitely gives you that vibes of some kind of luxury automobiles, or actually luxury automobiles. I don't know any other things that have where such colors are used. Maybe some yachts or something like that, but I'm not familiar with that. But a combination of this green color with wood looks great. Of course, you're getting premium materials, good pleather, metal, wood. All textures are nice, and despite actually being made mostly of metal, they are pretty lightweight and they are comfortable in wearing. For me, it's of course not the headphones for street wearing. Despite of being closed back and having nice isolation, they are too good looking for street wearing. But of course, you can do it if you'd like. So headband has a nice feel. It's pretty wide, and on the top it's pleather, and on the bottom side it's nice fabric with soft padding. It distributes weight really well, so really comfortable in usage. And clamping force is not too strong, but at the same time headphones hold on your head well. Here is a size adjustment. This time Meze decided to make cups angled. So it makes a lot of sense. They are just positioning right on your head, giving you great isolation even with glasses on, at least when I'm using glasses. Nice work with metal as usual. You can see these rods. On the final version, you'll get more visible markings for the left and right cups, but in my opinion, it's not necessary because you can easily distinguish left and right because they are asymmetrical, and you just take them and put them on your head. Size adjustment is made by sliding these rods, and as usual, it holds well and stays adjusted always. Cups have 2 degrees of rotation. They are not limited in any direction, so you can rotate them whatever you like. But of course not for storage purposes, just to provide the best possible fit on your head. So really nice and soft ear pads. They are as usual egg-shaped, asymmetrical. They held with magnets. You can swap them and replace. Here is driver, some acoustic treatment, so a lot of work visible here too. Let's do quick measurements. Of course, it's just a rough estimation, but still 70 millimeters here. Let's try to measure it in wider place. About 43 millimeters, maybe 45 in the widest area, and 25 here. So ears are fitting nicely inside of these ear pads. Almost no overheating because they are slightly vented, and ear pads have hybrid structure, but probably still it will make sense to make pause periodically and to give your ears some rest. Cable is made replaceable. Here use 3.5 millimeter connectors. Here they are. So let me connect just one of them to show you that connectors are snappy with well-defined click, and cable is made pretty smartly. Top part is in the silicone insulation, meaning that microphonic effect will be low with them. It goes to the splitter, and below the splitter it goes in the fabric insulation to give you better durability. And here is regular 3.5 millimeter connector. And you probably can easily guess what I'd like to say as a conclusion, so let's proceed to the next part then. From the first note, it's pretty obvious that Meze spent a long time tweaking these headphones. I'm of course not familiar in depth with their process, but for me it sounds that they have two goals in mind. First one is pretty typical. It's combining technicality but at the same time musicality. So crafting that response that will immerse you into music, but at the same time will deliver you maximum amount of details in a natural way. But their second goal was overcoming of the limitations of the closed back format, and they pretty much succeeded here. Of course, they don't sound like open back model, but for closed back, they definitely giving you really impressive sound. But let's talk about everything step by step. So bass go pretty deep, and what is interesting, they of course made the slight accent to compensate our hearing, but they decided to make this accent kind of different. For the mid bass and higher, they made just accent on the tightness and on the small nuances. But for the deeper bass, they've added a bit of additional weight. So deepest bass is not like trying to be super tight, but at the same time, it's really foundational and pretty massive. It's not some kind of bass head or bass heavy headphones, but at the same time you're getting like that sense of really big foundational deep bass. But also at the same time it's well controlled and not overwhelming mid bass and other frequencies. Mid bass is the part that shines the most. Good amount of small nuances, great textures, and of course a lot of nuances and small things to give you that sense of realism. Almost virtually zero overtones. These headphones are well dampened, so you won't get all that issues like boomy bass or something like that. Low frequencies are well controlled and sounds really organic, fitting both for the synthesized low frequencies and something performed by natural instruments. So, first example, it's Down Home by Amber Rubarth, and this is a pretty minimalistic track with nice instruments that hitting mostly mid and high frequencies, but at the same time it has nice, well-recorded percussion with a lot of nuances, and these headphones deliver it really well. You're getting full immersion into this performance. And this example, it's Glitch Mob, electronic music with powerful dominating deep bass, and here you're getting that sense of big bass. Probably it could be a slightly more tighter, that deeper layers of bass, but at the same time you just more focusing on the dominance, on the mass of this bass, and on the on the contrast it builds with mid and high frequencies, and it's really that case when it's more engaging than it's in real life, probably, or just how I imagine it sounds in real life. I never was at the Glitch Mob concert. Mid frequencies are a great example of well-tuned dynamic drivers. Great micro contrast without over-saturating small nuances and sounding too analytical, and really good weight distribution and macro dynamics, giving you nice sense of presence and good sense of realism and emotions. Everything sound clean, crisp, detailed, well positioned and separated. Of course, better quality of records here is almost must-have thing to have. And in terms of staging, of course, it's not on par with open back models, but for closed back model, it's nice and airy and with lot of width and space. So for closed back, stage is like noticeably above average. For open back, it's still above average, but of course not that noticeably. And depth is nice by any scale with good separation of layers in depth. So when necessary, they give you that sense of epicness and presence really nicely. So, Parabola by Tool, complex track that requires technicality but without overdoing it. Otherwise, this track will just sound like separate instruments and not one coherent tune, and these headphones deliver it really well. And Darkness, Darkness by Robert Plant, for me, one of the greatest male vocal performances. I really like this track. I enjoy this glowing sense of psychedelia throughout this track. I enjoy how it starts slowly and evolving, and Plant definitely delivers it really well vocally, and these headphones gives you that all. Treble is also well fitting into this representation. It's detailed but not overdone. It has just the right amount to compensate low frequencies and give you all that overtones, both basic and more advanced, but at the same time high frequencies, not sharp and sibilant, no excessive energy put in the high frequencies. Extension is above average, not like super extended, but noticeably above average, and with proper attacks and decays. Also great layering for closed back model, and pretty normal if we compare with open back ones. So a lot of work was done here in terms of tweaking, definitely. And first example for the high frequencies, it's Hiromi Uehara, Take Me Away. high notes of the keyboard and percussion and overtones of all instruments goes to the high frequency, and these headphones deliver it really nicely. And Mountains by Hans Zimmer, great soundtrack for great movie, and all that sense of building suspense in this track and all this orchestral work requires great treble performance. Of course, comparing with some more expensive headphones like Meze Lyric, for example, if we're talking about closed back, they will give you even better immersion, but still good staging and nice immersion. And thanks to the nice balanced treble performance, you'll get all that nuances of high frequencies here. In terms of pairings, they require something decent. They don't require some high power, but good control, detalization, and support for all the technical capabilities will be a great plus. So I'd recommend some player of middle plus segment or some good desktop deck amplifier combo. If you want to use some kind of dongle deck, it's better to look at something of the higher end. They scale well with portable decks like KNRO 9, FIOS, I don't know, BTR 17 or K17, and other high-end portable decks. In terms of comparisons, unfortunately, I can't compare them with anything because, like Meze 109, they are open back, they are pretty similar in terms of price, but 109 Pro is open back and it has a pretty different delivery for me. It's more like spacious and open, but here you're getting better sound isolation, and that's what you're trading for. Meze Lyric closed back, and they are planars, but they cost noticeably higher, of course, but they will give you better treble layering, they will give you slightly more technicality on the mid frequencies, but price difference is also really noticeable. So I haven't heard anything in this segment closed back, but in general, I can still say that if you're looking for some headphones that are superbly built, looks great and sounds great, but at the same time decently isolating you from the surrounding, Meze Strada is definitely worth your attention. Thank you for listening, thank you for watching until the end, and have a great day.